Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Debbie again. Today I'm going to read you one of my children's favorite books when they were growing up. It's Who's Got the Apple by Jan Loff. They only have one name, so she must have written the words as well as drawing the pictures. Who's Got the Apple? Here's a picture. A man in a striped suit was walking by a fruit store. A juicy apple would taste good, he thought, and he went inside to buy one. It was April Fool's Day. So the storekeeper decided to play a joke on the man in the striped suit. He gave him a plastic green apple, telling him to let it ripen. Then the storekeeper went outside to see how his giant red apple was doing. He was sure it would win first prize in the country fair. The man in the striped suit went on home with his plastic green apple. He did not know that he had been fooled. Everything good is worth waiting for, he said, and he put the apple on the windowsill to ripen in the sun. The man began to work on his model ship. Soon he was so busy he did not see his parrot fly to the windowsill. Ooh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen with that parrot? The parrot accidentally knocked the apple off the windowsill and down on an old woman's head. She screamed so loudly she scared her kitten, who ran up a tree. A boy named Tommy was walking by just then, and the old woman yelled at him for throwing the apple. Tommy ran home crying. As he crossed the road, he did not look where he was going. The school principal had to jam his foot on the brake to avoid hitting Tommy. Do you see some of the things that are happening in the background of this picture? The principal's car swerved and hit the storekeeper's fence. The storekeeper and the principal were both so furious they paid no attention to Bert, who was driving by on his bicycle. If I take that big apple to my teacher, maybe she'll give me a good grade. And Bert picked the storekeeper's prize apple. But the teacher didn't even pay attention to the apple. She was angry because the children were not in their seats. The children were looking out the window at a policeman. Did any of you see a man with a beard and sunglasses? The policeman asked. Here he is, cried Bert. You better hurry or he'll get away. And as the thief ran out of the classroom, he could not resist stealing that apple. But in the hallway, the thief bumped into the school principal, and that apple went flying out the window. It was caught by a fireman who was on his way to rescue the old woman's kitten, which had still not come down from the tree. Wow, what a huge apple, thought the fireman, and he took a bite. On his way up the ladder, the fireman put the apple on the windowsill so that he would have his hands free to rescue the kitten. Just then, the man in the striped suit stopped work. "Look at that apple," he said. "It ripened much faster than I thought it would." But he was a little annoyed at his parrot for taking a bite out of it. "Shame on you," he said. "You know better than that." Then the man in the striped suit went on a walk. "This is the juiciest apple I've ever tasted," he thought. See all the other pictures. Lots of things going on in that picture. When he saw the storekeeper fixing his fence, he said, "I must thank you for this delicious apple." The storekeeper was puzzled. "That looks like my prize apple," he thought, and he turned around and looked at his apple tree. "My prize apple is gone." The man in the striped suit went on his way, while the storekeeper sat under his apple tree and thought and thought. He just couldn't figure out what had happened. But wouldn't you be surprised if he could? And there is the man in the striped suit walking away. Thank you, boys and girls, and I hope you enjoyed that story.